Okay, hi and assalamualaikum everyone. Today from group 1, we are going to present our public speaking final assessment. So I think it's better if we all introduce ourselves first in case you don't introduce yourself in your speech. So my name is Ihsanuddin bin Ahmad Shabrimi, which I will be going first.
Hi everyone, I am Nadia Carmila and I will be presenting the second one.
Hi everyone, I'm Amarafi Ashami Berosli, and I'll be presenting the third one.
Hi everyone, my name is Nagla Shaida bint Rosan and I'll be the fourth person to present.
Hi everyone, my name is Audrina Arzavin binti Azriza and I'll be presenting after Najla.
Hi, I'm Adam Omar Hafiz and I'll be presenting last.
Okay, so I think that's it. Maybe we can start now. I'll be going first, right? So yeah, let me set up my timer and everything. This is okay. Start in 3. Yep. Okay, I'll start in 3, 2, 1. When preparing for this speech, I asked a few people on how would they approach this speech. And many of them answered the same way, that they are going to tell their younger self to say that they are going to be appreciated, that they are loved, that they are going to pursue their dreams of pursuing law and whatnot. But I have a different outlook and approach to this question. Maybe this is what we call being a little bit more lighthearted. Because I know and I acknowledge that I was privileged. I grew up in a pretty stable family with loving people all around me. I grew up with warmth and love, with happiness and laughter. I've never been lonely even. I stayed at a boarding school, and 6 siblings in this house kind of make it impossible for you to be lonely. So my take is completely different. I would choose my 13-year-old self to talk to, because your younger self version is probably your 20 seconds back then, right? So yeah, this 13-year-old Ehsan is the one that I'm going to approach. So a little bit of contextualization and background. 13-year-old Ehsan just entered a boarding school in Teluk Intan. And it is like 2 hours away from Shah Alam, where I currently live in. In Shah Alam, there's malls all around. It's pretty much a big city, right? But in comparison to Teluk Intan, there's not even a cinema to begin with. So can you imagine how much difference would it be moving from such a big city to a small town in Perak? And this 13-year-old Ehsan would not even go out to play with his friends. He would rather bury his nose in a book, go around in the world of 13 Baker Street, Sherlock Holmes, and also Harry Potter. So maybe I would tell him, Ehsan, get your nose off your book and go out more. Strike meaningful conversations with your friends and get out of a comfortable zone. My younger self have never played sports before. So maybe trying out new sports would not be such a bad thing. Trying out basketball, rugby, football, futsal, whatever there is in that school. Basically, all this is just to have one benefit, to get closer with my friends. I would want this 13-year-old to befriend everyone and strike meaningful conversation and create bonding between us. Because being in university, I realized how my high school friends are the ones who are truly there. I have friends here, even in the Zoom even, but these people quite literally shape my personality as a human being. And sure, family plays a role too in who Ehsan is today, but being 24/7 in close proximity with them surely brings a certain influence and upbringing towards myself. So after all this, then maybe it's true. Absent makes the heart grow fonder. Thank you. Okay. I'm done.
Yeah. Thank you, San. So now I will be continuing next. Wait. I'll start in 3, 2, 1. In 2008, at the age of 6 years old, her nightmare started. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my audience and obviously to myself. I am 20 years old now. 14 years have passed. it was great. It was not actually, but the fact that I'm still standing here make it great. Today, the topic is about what to tell my younger self. And it is crazy because I have a lot to tell to my younger self. She deserves to be comforted because back then no one did. So today, I'm going to talk to my younger self. First and foremost, to 6 years old Nadia, I want to say, don't be scared. It is scary, of course, but things will pass. You will get through it and it won't kill you. You will be living until you are 20 years old, alive, pretty, smart, and happy, I think. So the thing that started your nightmare in life did not end, but you will get better. I don't know if the nightmare get better or you just grow to move past it, but you will not feel as bad as you were. So endure it, 6 years old Nadia. Things will pass. Now that she has grown up, do you just wonder if her life get better? Unfortunately, it doesn't. It get worse actually. Funny, isn't it? So 15 years old Nadia, I just want to say it is okay. Again, things will pass too, but please do not try too hard to get their validation. They will stay the same. They will not treat you better. They will not like you. But screw them. Focus on yourself and love yourself more. And appreciate people around you who love yourself more. Spoiler alert, you will find your first love at the age of 15. He was smart, he was tall, he was kind also, but obviously he won't like you back, but it's okay. It was good to love him, but don't love him too much because your 20 years old Nadia still think about him from time to time today. And also you will meet twice too. Who knows? A capable brute will help you a lot to be your lifesaver, right? They are gonna help you a lot to keep going in your life. So enjoy your time with them too. So here I am today standing in front of you guys. So I may not look like it, but my life is really better now. So to my younger self, believe me or not, you are not depressed as you were, and you have good friends now. Not many of them, but still, you will appreciate them better. So you are taking a law, a course that makes you happy, a course that makes your parents proud, and you are doing well in that too. So to my youngers, to my younger self, hang in there and enjoy find little things that make you happy. I love you. I love you more than anything. So to everyone too, life will get better. Everything is gonna pass through. Just like young me, we all gonna get through this. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First thing first, I want to say sorry. First thing first, I want to say sorry because my voice is like this. I'm in a bad condition because I got a fever a few days ago. So tonight, I just want to make it simple. I'm 22 years old. So what I will tell my younger self, I have two points here. The first one is I want to tell myself, just don't overthink. Why I feel like that? Because I used to overthink something that unnecessary to think about. Like for instance, when I want to go out tomorrow, at that night, I will think everything about it, everything what will happen tomorrow, what I want to wear, what transport I want to use. So I feel like it is not good for me. Now I realize that it is not good. So what I want to tell my younger self, don't overthink, Rafi. Don't overthink. Everything is not like you think. So what's the difference between me right now to the old Rafi is now I am able to encounter my overthink by thinking about the positive things only. I'm sorry once again for my voice. And the second one is, I want to tell the younger Rafiq to know your worth. Stop prioritize other people over yourself. It is not that you are being selfish or fake. It is one of self-care. Why I want to say like that to my younger self? Because I have experience in my life personally. I met someone and I tend to prioritize that someone over myself. Yes, it is not a wasted if we're being good to others, right? Especially to the one that we feel very special to us. But we never know what is our destiny, what will happen in the future, and how capable ourselves to hold the damage that has been done. So to the younger Rafiq, play safe and avoid to be broken. Just know your worth. Stop giving something to someone that we never know will be with us in the future or not. In conclusion, to the Rafiq, don't be afraid. You are more stronger than you think. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you so much.
I'll go next. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. So I'll start. So a decade ago, I was still a child who doesn't know anything about life. I would do anything to please other people and to make them like me and be friend with me, even if I have to lie to them. I had created story about how perfect my life is and how happy my life is so that they will friend with me and love me. But now I am an adult who has gone through many ups and downs, and I have learned so many things from the experience that make me regret doing some of the things that I do in the past. So if I could turn back time and meet my younger self, there are several things that I want to advise her in order to become a better person. So first and foremost, I want to tell her that you have to live in honestly, even if the truth is hurt. You have to be honest with who you are and just be yourself. In that way, people will know who you really are, and you can know that the person who stick with you when you are being yourself is a true friend that can accept you for whoever you are. But when you are lying to yourself and try hard to please other people, the one that are with you at the moment may be not the friend that love you for who you are, and they will left you once they find a side of you that is not to their liking. So that is how important it is for a people to be honest. So for the second thing that I would like to advise my younger self is that she should not worry too much about being alone, because the one that give her a negative effect is not worth it. I would tell her it is okay to have no friends than being a friend who will not support you when you do a good deeds and always bring you down, because that is not a good friend. But if you always be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, the good people will be around you. So she should always remember that even she doesn't have friends around her, she always have Allah with her and her family that will always support her to become a better person and will celebrate her when she achieves a success moment. However, these things I cannot tell my younger self obviously, because I will never turn back time. So this is a good advice for myself now on how I should live my life. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll continue my speech to my younger self. My name is Audrina Erzavin, and if I were ever given the chance to meet my younger self, I would actually ask her to join me for a sleepover, for there is a lot to tell. I tell her everything that has happened over the courses of us growing up and each day learning about how the world actually works. How much we have grown from being scared of the dark to being dependable to a lot of people, from friends to family and strangers even. But since there is not much time to do so, there are a couple of things that I'd like her to know. First, the world is a playground. I have had that belief ever since I was 5, and I still do. I tell her to go whole heart for whatever she's doing, and happiness literally can be found anywhere she's willing to look for. I'd also like her to know that from this day on, things are only going to get tougher. You will not even care whether the pink bag suits the blue skirt or not. It wouldn't even matter to you at this moment. Some days you will understand why things happen, and some days you won't, and it's completely fine. Being adult does not mean you have to understand everything, and it certainly does not mean that you have to know what you're supposed to do for the next 10 years. Trust me, some adults just think what they're supposed to eat that day. Remember, life is an adventure. Take everything as something new, come rain or shine. I mean, the future is already there. You just have to live through it. Whatever happens is already there. You just have to live until you actually reach the moment. Whatever happens, happens. Don't put yourself into trying to figure out why things happened. Just bear with it. Because while you were too determined to find the end of the ocean, you missed all the fun on the beach. If there is one thing that I have learned over the courses of growing up, you do not need to worry about anything. There are things that you can't control, and in fact, you don't need to. For Allah knows what is the best for you and when is best for you to have it. To my younger self, I am not going to spoil it for you, but trust me, it will surprise you just how much unexpected life can be, how much we have grown, how much we have been through. And after all that, we're still as childish as we were back when we were 5. We're still as optimistic as we were. So I think that is all my younger self needs to know. Other than that, she's doing great. Believe me, it's based on first-hand experience. Sincerely, your future self who still listens to Disney and is still fangirling over Bubble Boy. Thank you.
Sorry, give me a second. All right, can I check with everyone if I'm loud and clear? All right. I'm pretty sure we've had this thought process before. Given the opportunity to go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? Some people might say you should invest in Bitcoin earlier so that in the future you can become a millionaire. Or some people might even tell them to confess to your crush, or else in the future you might regret it, right? That's not me. The younger version of myself that I remember up until this day is someone who is depressed, who is suicidal, who is useless, pathetic, cringy, untalented, and worst of all, had no benefit to society. I had to go through many ups and downs in life. I called Befrienders KL, the National Suicide Hotline, whenever I was contemplating on whether to deliver the ultimate pain reliever onto myself. I even had religion being thrown around to me. Like, hey, you're a Muslim. You cannot kill yourself. You'll go to hell. I would consider myself to be a decent Muslim, but religion wasn't accessible to me at that point of time. It didn't change me how it changed other people. So what came to be a savior of mine is through one of the calls I had with Befrienders, when they asked me, who is the most important person to you right now? And at that point of time, committing suicide wasn't as bad as imagining how my family would react if they were to see my dead body in front of me. I cannot fathom the tears of my parents when they see my body in front of them. I cannot imagine what my siblings' life would be like knowing that their eldest brother coincidentally took the easiest way out. So if the younger Adam was to be in front of me right now, with my right hand on his right shoulder, while looking directly into his eyes, I would say, Adam, it's okay not to be okay. It's fine to cry at night. It's fine to cry in school. And it's definitely fine to run to the bathroom in school while having classes just because you want to bawl your eyes out. It's totally okay. The most important thing in life right now is that you cannot control the people around you. So you need to take ownership of yourself. And the prerequisite to taking ownership of your own life is to love yourself first. So you guys can do this as well in the audience. You can put your right hand onto your heart. You feel the warmth, Adam. You feel the warmth on your hand towards your heart. That is the internal you who is at the most vulnerable position right now. You have an obligation to protect that little you inside of your heart to make sure that that person is okay. So it doesn't matter what anyone says about you. It doesn't matter what happens around you. Life is hard. That's how it's supposed to be. Healing takes time. But everything's going to be all right if you were to accept yourself in the first place. In order for you to proceed life and to find the beauty and the joy of living, is for you to see on your own version of yourself and how beautiful you are on the inside. I would tell my younger self that, Adam, you know what? Just live through it. If everyone can do it, you can do it as well. Sure, other people struggle differently, you struggle differently. But what matters is the people in front of you are making sure that they love you and you have the responsibility to love them back. So to this end, Adam, I urge you that it's okay to not be okay, but it's most definitely important to love yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so I think that is everyone. So thank you, everyone. You've done a great job. Give a clap to yourself. Okay, so I think that